Good morning. It's Sunday. How y'all doing? My name's Bug. I'm in a band called Bug Hunter, and I'm here to stream and hang out and chat and talk and see what's up and check in with my buds. Speaking of buds, who we got here? Mars is here. Emily Camp is here. Noodle and Paul and Statue and Evie and Coin and my dad, which means my mom is here, and Puck is here, and Vin is here, and Vin is lying in their Bug Hunter shirt. Don't lie in your Bug Hunter shirt. Tell the truth in your Bug Hunter shirt. Poppy is here. Knacker is here. Ketsoya is here, and Lance Fishel was the first one here. It's all the cool people. I think we got everybody. Here's what I do on my streams. I almost feel like I don't have to say this part because I recognize basically every name that I just read out. But if there's somebody lurking who has never been to a stream before, I play songs that I wrote and chit chat and talk about things that are going on. Paul's on a bus. Just turn the volume up loud as you can, no headphones. This is how we make new fans. So here's what's going on in my world. Today's March 3rd, which means it is the third day of March Madness. If you don't know what that is, we're voting. We're voting on the best Bug Hunter song. We got 32 songs in the bracket. We've already eliminated 12 in February. It was a torn between a couple bloodbath. But now we are on day 3. The first day was Dear McCracken versus Listen to Your Mom. Dear McCracken won. Yesterday was Robbing a Bank versus Deserve Me. And there's two ways that you can vote. You can either vote on Instagram, or you can vote on our website. Both of those, whoever wins the vote on each one gets a point. And if there's a tie, there's a tiebreaker. Yesterday, the Robbing a Bank and Deserve Me tied with the exact same amount of votes on our website, and Robbing a Bank got one more vote on Instagram out of 500 votes. So it made Robbing a Bank win by literally one vote, which is as close as it can get. Today's is Go With The Flow versus Not Like That. Not Like That had a first round bye, so this is the first time it's been up against anything. Go With The Flow beat It's Alright to get into the bracket, and I think Go With The Flow won that matchup by more than any other song won any of their matchups. It was 91% votes for Go With The Flow versus It's Alright. So we'll see what happens today. It's you want to do a live check? Let's do a live check on the old Instagram and see where we're at. Because I know, it's 50-50. Hold on, I gotta check the votes. Okay, Go With The Flow is winning on Instagram by 1 vote. So we still got a ways to go. I know we're not even halfway done with the voting, but it looks like today is going to be another close one. So what I guess I plan on doing today is I'll play both songs. So if you don't want to vote yet, if you maybe haven't heard Go With The Flow and it's alright, or Not Like That, then you can wait until I'm done with the stream and then decide based off of how well I play each one. So I'll start with this one. This song's called Go With The Flow. My guitar's not in tune. I figured it was going to be the B string. In a room, it didn't look like this. It had much more lower ceilings and it was delicately lit. I couldn't shake an old girlfriend on my mind, 'cause I was dancing to our old song with a new one. And there's no room for her inside my head. We haven't spoke for 8 years, I still feel her fingerprints. 'Cause she laid back and I a little wound. She'd spout her little maxims that she had to calm me down. She'd say, go with the flow, with the flow, with the path. You hope for for the best, and you take what you have. And I have a paddle and a bad idea of the wrong way. And I heard she's married now. There's no word for the emotion that I felt when I found out. It was fiery but casual, like words put in my mouth in indifference to some news that would have killed my former self. But no, not now, and I hate how that makes me feel. It undercuts the present like my passions aren't as real. Cause time will revise both the perfect and the broken, so I have to write a song to keep a snapshot of the moment. Flow with the flow, with the path. You hope for the best, and you take what you have. And I have a paddle and a bad idea of the wrong way. Go with the flow, with the flow, with the path. You hope for the best, you take what you have. And I have a paddle and a bad idea of the wrong way. And I chose self-medicating woes, not separating causes from the subsequent results. And I know there's better antidotes than choking on the fits and tantrums I would always throw. And I hope that I will always grow, but I'ma cut the tongue out of the next one who says go with the flow, with the flow, with the path. You hope for the best, you take what you have. And I have a paddle and a bad idea of the wrong way. And go with the flow, with the flow, with the path. You hope for the best, you take what you have. And I have a paddle and a bad idea of the wrong way. In a room, it looked a lot like this. I told a bunch of strangers stuff I really shouldn't admit. Thanks, everybody. Got that early Sunday voice. Oh boy, let's go with the flow. If you want to go vote for that one, you can, but you might want to hear first from the opponent. It's called Not Like That. I'll play that in a bit. For now, I'm gonna chit chat. We'll do a cozy Q&A. So we just hang out, see what's going on, see what's going on in the world. Emily Camp wants to know what's with the tuner saga. No updates. Still have a terrible tuner that I hate. Haven't done anything about it. I'll fix it. I should fix it before the show in Richmond. I have a show in Richmond March 22nd. There's about a dozen tickets left. And you can go to it if you want. I'm going to be playing all of Happiness Without a Catch in order. That's going to be one of the sets. The other set is going to be just a mishmash of other album songs. I'll probably play Dear McCracken, probably play disco. Just, come in with a set of fan favorites, and then I don't know, maybe I'll take some suggestions. We were trying to work on getting this show have some live stream tickets. If you can't make it to Richmond, still waiting back. The venue said that they were testing their system last night with one of their shows, and if the test went well, then we'd be good to go. But I haven't heard back from them because it was last night, and yeah, I'm sure their first priority on a Sunday morning isn't let's send an email to Bug Hunter. So keep your ears peeled for that. Other than that, working on Matt and I's tour for this year, in America at least. We're doing our best. We're making a lot of progress behind the scenes. We are almost done with the visa paperwork, and then hopefully we'll know one way or another here pretty soon. I think for me, just knowing will be better than not knowing, because it's really hard to plan when you don't know if you're one band or if you're two bands, which makes a big difference on the size of venues you need. So, but we have Seattle confirmed. That's going to be June 16th. We have Denver confirmed. It's going to be June 11th. What else? Washington, D.C., August 16th. Boston, Massachusetts, August 18th. We have Madison, Wisconsin on August 28th, and a few more that are pretty close to being locked in. San Francisco's on the list. We have like a Buffalo, Rochester area show. So working on that now. We're just kind of in a limbo state, waiting for the government to tell us if Matt is worthy of bringing to America, which I believe Matt is. So we've made our case. Other than that, we got Jam Mechanics. All 10 episodes of season 1 are up now that you can go listen to. It's Matt and I's podcast for where we challenge each other to write songs and show off our demos after 3 hours. And we're gonna sit down sometime this week and record our recap episode, which I'm excited to kind of show off and share and talk and discuss, and then we should have that out a week from tomorrow for everybody else to listen to. So, Lance Fischel, what has been a highlight and a low light from touring? Let's see. I think highlights, the general highlights are obviously like watching my career grow and my dreams grow in real time in front of me, watching the audiences go from, hey, maybe 12 people might show up, maybe, to like knowing that like 300 people are going to be there, and then playing for those people who all know your songs. That's obviously a highlight. I only tour with my best friends. I think a large part of like the ethos of like Bug Hunter is like, you know, we do what we do in a way that is as fulfilling as possible for everybody. So we don't burn ourselves out. We don't tour constantly, because it would be very easy to kind of keep chasing we're gonna go out, we're gonna play 8 months out of the year, we're gonna play here and there and there and there and everywhere. And for me personally, homebody, creature of habit, I have a wife that I love being around, and so we condense our tours down to kind of the exactly what we need, and then the people we tour with is like my dad and Matt from the Narcissus Cookbook, and my 2 bandmates Kyle and Jesse, who are like 2 of my best friends in the entire world. So just the fact that you get the 5 of us in a van for weeks at a time, and there's never any conflict, which is just great. We're all just, the 5 of us just get along. We just get along and we have fun and we play video games and we go put on shows, and we're all responsible and reliable. And yeah, it's I couldn't have a better team. It's just the best. Lowlights. I don't know. It's also fun. I mean, there's stress involved, obviously. Like right now is a low light for me. Like this process right now of like doing the visa application, and just not knowing and having to like do all this work just ahead of time just to get to the fun stuff is definitely a low light. Yeah. But when we're actually on tour and everything's going well, it's all pretty good. Minnesota needs you. We are planning on coming to Minnesota. Just looking for a venue. What's a hot take you have about being a music artist? A hot take that I have about being a music artist. I don't know if it's a hot take. Things that have surprised me. I mean, one way that I've shifted in being somebody who went from having a very, very kind of normal kind of life to playing like sold out shows across America, and having like people be very like excited to meet me and talk to me and see me perform has been a big change kind of mentally of how like I just like view the world. Like when I see bands that I love, I see them as people now. When I feel like when I was a teenager, I saw them as like, I can't believe this like this being is here in front of me. It's like unbelievable. But now I know it's like, okay, they got off stage and they're like gonna like go order Taco Bell, and then they're gonna get home from tour and they're just gonna like go about their day and like take the trash out and walk their dogs and go get groceries, and like knowing kind of all that like behind the scenes stuff is I've really shifted kind of mentally about how I like view people in the world. That doesn't answer your question at all. I don't have a hot take. Jams asks, what's the one song that got eliminated in the preliminary Match Madness? I think that's the second time I've done that. March Madness, you are most sad about. I think the one that me and Kyle talked about being the least deserved was 30 Plan losing to Magic 8. I think the band, the whole Bug Hunter crew is enamored with 30 Plan in a way that that the general audience maybe is not. I think people really, really like it. I think people like it more than I thought they were going to like it, but we like it even more than that. I was bummed about that one. I love Magic 8, but I don't know. I thought that 30 Plan was probably going to win that one by a little bit and just didn't. I'm trying to think of what else. I was surprised that Go With The Flow beat It's Alright by as much as it did, because I kind of like compartmentalize those songs in kind of similar spaces, but yeah, wasn't even close. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I was bummed about. Yeah, Listen to Your Mom made sense. Gulf Coast, Sweet Nothing, Piano Teacher, Try My Best. Yeah, no, I think most of them all kind of made sense from there. Slow Burn versus Waving Goodbye. I probably would have chosen Slow Burn personally, but yeah, it's not a big deal. All right, speaking of March Madness, this is today's other candidate that you can vote for. The first one was Go With The Flow. This song is called Not Like That. We have invented an invention, you know, duct tape. It's not like that. We have created a creation, you know, cupcakes. It's not like that. It's just a button, just a simple little button you can press. And when you press it, you'll be happy with no harmful side effects. Okay, our legal teams informed us we must warn you of the button side effects. You know that feeling when you had something to say and then forgot? This is not like that. You know that stress you get when you commit a crime and then get caught? This is not like that. It's just a button, just a helpful little button you can hit. It makes you happier for 4 to 7 hours, all depending on your blood type. Also, someone random on the planet dies. It probably won't be someone you know. You're gonna love this new thing, this happy feeling, machine side effects and strings attached. I want this, but not like that. We have revised a new revision. We got your feedback, you did not like that. We have modified the button now. Instead of someone dying, they will simply lose their balance as they're walking down the stairs. It's not your fault if they won't hold the rail. You're gonna love this new thing, this happy feeling, machine side effects and strings attached. I want this, but not like that. This is our final offer, our engineer a college student oversleep their last exam, and a small business owner lose an envelope of cash, and a puppy will be told he's a bad dog when he didn't do anything wrong. You're gonna love this new thing, this happy feeling machine, side effects and strings attached. I want this but not like that. I wanna love this new thing. I kill for something to bring happiness without a catch. I want this but not like that. Thank you. So you can vote. Thanks, Jams, for your single clap. You can go vote on our Instagram and on our website at www.bughounderbook.com. I'm checking in on the Instagram, see if anything's changed. Not Like That is up by 4 votes now after me playing it. So. Well, let's just for the sake of it, Jams. Let's settle this now. I mean, this won't have any bearing on anything, but let's just see what YouTube thinks. I'm gonna make a little poll for everybody. Y'all can vote. This has no official capacity whatsoever, but you can vote between Not Like That and Go With The Flow in the YouTube poll, and let's see if YouTube can predict the winner. It was. Matt taught me how to play My Acid Dump Truck riff. I don't know the rest of it, but yeah. Cool. Let's do a little more cozy Q&A. If anybody has any questions, if you're not too busy voting for, let's see what we got here. I'm gonna check out. I don't know if you guys can see the live poll. Not Like That's winning right now. Oh, Mars, are you on Team Go With The Flow too? Are you saying you're gonna mute Puck because Puck said to vote for Not Like That? I mean, this can go in any direction. There's only 25 votes, 39 people. Some of y'all aren't voted. Your regular human, the human, says, I am currently downloading most of your songs and putting them on my USB Walkman because they're cool. Cool. I know that means you're pirating them. It's fine. You can tell that to me. Unless you did go to bughunterbook.com and bought the MP3s. That's fine. I guess it's not surprising that Mars would like Go With The Flow. But I didn't know that you like Go With Flow enough to First Amendment silence Puck for just sharing her opinion about what to vote for. I guess Puck isn't an American citizen, so doesn't get that First Amendment rights that only this country has. We got 26 votes. It doesn't. Oh, it's moving in the other direction now. Cool. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to throw them my way. Talked about jam mechanics, talked about the tour. Only other thing going on in my world is I started playing a new game, which I shouldn't have done, but I'm easily influenced by my YouTube algorithm, and it plopped this game in front of me yesterday that I had never heard before. But if people who've been coming to a lot of these streams know that I've been playing Arkham Horror, the living card game, which is very fun, and I love it a lot. And then apparently there's like this new game that's like Arkham Horror, but it's like you're a happy little like tree ranger, and you're going around just like helping people out, and it's like an open world board game called Earthborn Rangers, but it kind of like exists in a system kind of like Arkham Horror that I love. And so I was like, oh man, that sounds really fun, I should try that. So I played that for a couple hours just today, and it was a lot of fun. I don't know if anybody else here has played Earthborn Rangers, but yeah, it's super fun. There's like deer and there's like wolves, and you're like helping the baker make a stew by foraging leaves. Knacker says, that's popped in my feed. Do I need to pay attention to it? Yeah, I mean, only if you want to, if you have a hyperfixation personality, if you want to avoid it, don't look into it at all. If you like things like that and you have a gap in your life of time and energy. But yeah, it's very fun. And I played it on Tabletop Simulator last night for a bit with a friend, and it was good. Time of Some asked, what is my favorite made-up word? Telepathetic is the only made-up word I believe that I've put in any of my songs. There's one song called Coward, where the narrator's honey calls him telepathetic. I don't think there's any other made-up words in any of my songs, but I could be wrong. It's the only one I explicitly meant to make up. It's when someone has telepathy powers, but they're also pathetic. The vote right now is at 50-50. It's 30 votes, and we're at a 50-50 split. So I don't know when to turn it off, because it just feels like I'd have to choose like when to turn it off, like whenever the song I want to win is winning. So I'm just gonna hit end. For maximum drama. I guess we won't know what's gonna happen. Abiz wants to know, do you have a favorite song from Jam Mechanics? Yeah, we'll probably get like deeper into that in like the recap episode, but like off the top of my head, I was very happy to see everybody's reaction to the hook. That was the song from episode 10, because it's kind of a weird one, but I got like a ton of like super positive feedback like immediately, and there's like some great fan art in the Jam Mechanics Discord that just popped up like this morning, and it's so good, it's so cool. The song itself is I don't want to spoil too much, but it's got very kind of like the devil is a character. I'll just say that the devil's a character in this song, and I was really happy with how that came together in just 3 hours. Yeah, Dissin pops into my head as one of the ones that I felt was really, really strong coming out of it. Out of Matt's, Buried Under Gary is one that constantly gets stuck in my head all the time. And then the more comedic songs, the Alpaca song, the Cthulhu song, so good. I'm proud of everything that me and Matt did this season of Jam Mechanics. It was a very fun exercise, and felt like was worth the time, worth the effort. So strong. We've seen a lot of support from people. Jam says, I am so villainous. Jam says Matt played Buried Under Gary in Sterling last month. I heard about that. I asked Matt how that went, and if they had prepared it or if it was like off the cuff, and apparently it was just kind of like requested, which I think is great that the core fan base is coming to shows already and asking for Jam Mechanics song. I kind of fear it a little bit because like those aren't songs that I have like in my arsenal. I can only sort of remember how to play some of the stuff. Like if I had to Let's start it off. Devil's advocate to challenge all my views whenever the answer has a question. question. It's not hard to get confused. This is the devil and his handsome is so, hey, what can you do? If this clever devil's accurate, he might convince you too. Yeah, it's like I don't even remember how to play these songs because like literally we work on them for 3 hours and then I don't touch them again. So yeah, I don't know what song I could play best out of everything. What's the one for episode 6? Bicycle watched closely by my mom. It toddled off the patio. I often wandered off and quickly get corralled by my sweetheart of a dog. These are the details. These are the memories. These are the moments always cut from documentaries. These are the details. These are the memories that never stick. Yeah. I just have very small fragments of the songs in my head, so yeah. I have gone back to a few of them and kind of messed around with them, but nothing too concrete. So yeah, I loved Buried Under Gary, and I love that the prompt for that was you have to use my initials to make your song title. Just giving him the initials have to be BUG, and he came up, you come up with whatever you want, so he came up with Buried Under Gary, and so I've put my stamp on that song. Yeah, the Memories chorus is probably the best chorus that I wrote in all 10 episodes, if I had to guess, or pick. You don't have to guess. You don't have to guess your opinion. You can just pick it. Or some other song. I don't think I can remember how to play. I know I remember the first bit of Francesco. Francesco was the mayor in a city by the shore. It's on the southern tip of Italy, known for tuna fish and tourists. He sends an email, has a meeting, poses for the local papers. One more email, has that meeting, then to dinner with his neighbors. That's Francesco. Francesco, he was named after a saint called Padre Pio, who reportedly fought demons, claimed he parlato con Dio. He has something, goes to church and poses with a little wafer. One more prayer, one more sip of wine, then pranzo with his neighbors. That's Francesco. And though he's not producing miracles or guiding wayward spirits home, I wonder if Francesco thinks about it. Yeah, I wonder if Francesco thinks about it. That's all I remember out of that one. And then it goes into a whole bridge. If you haven't listened to the podcast, you gotta go listen. It all makes way more sense in context. Oscar speech, sit down and the crowd's all gone to sleep. Commercials on repeat. Yeah, that's all I remember. But yeah, that's a fun song. I should probably revisit that one too. It had some good ideas. Yeah, the camera stops. Yeah. Yeah, I need to work on that chorus. Emily Camp says, since I came to your music through Jam Mechanics, Francesco is actually the first Bug Hunter song I ever heard. That's cool. That is a new thing for me. Oh yeah, thumbs up. Thanks, Apple. Yeah, let's do a double thumbs up and like make the like super like firework emojis like pop off or whatever. Apple's doing this thing where they're like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we like default you into like these like emojis that you can't control and you can't turn off? And I think there's one where like if you do a double thumbs up, it'll like do that. Yeah, cool. I found this out when I was on a Zoom call with Matt. And I don't know how to turn it off. I don't know. We did have one person at the show in Liverpool who was there with a friend who was a fan of Bug Hunter the Narcissus Cookbook, and on the way over to the show, they listened to the first episode of Jam Mechanics in on the car ride, which had just come out. It was like we released the first episode of Jam Mechanics when I was over in Scotland with Matt. We were together that day. It was funny because I had just flown in, and I was like, cool. I went down, got some lunch, came back up, and I was like, I'm gonna take a nap because I like was up all night on this plane. I'm just gonna set an alarm for 3 p.m., which is when it came out, and it was like Scotland time. And Matt was like, perfect, because that's when I'm gonna wake up too, because Matt is kind of nocturnal anyway. And so we like both woke up at basically like 2:55, like jumped up. We're like, all right, cool, here it comes, let's listen. And we sat in Matt's living room and listened to the first episode. Anyways, this person who was coming with a friend to the Liverpool show had the only like experience they had with our music, which is listening to that episode of Jam Mechanics. And so we dubbed them as the first Jam Mechanics fan who came to a show. Yeah, so it'll be. I think so far most of the listeners of Jam Mechanics have been just fans of Bug Hunter, fans of the Narcissus Cookbook. But for a hot second there, we were like listed under the podcast tab on Spotify under Mabim Bam for like a week. So there was a couple of people who came in just because they listened to Mabim Bam and they were like looking for more podcasts and they just saw ours. So they came in totally blind to the show, which is very cool. So Elle had zero clue about Jam Mechanics until just now. Great news for you. There's 10 episodes that you can go listen to. You get to just go listen to 10 new Bug Hunter demos and 10 new Narcissus Cookbook demos. You can binge it. You don't have to wait week to week like everybody else. Everybody else has to wait while we take a short little break. Well, not too long. I don't think it'll be too long. It's not gonna be like a year or anything. But just, we have some other things to do. Matt's working on projects. I'm working on projects. We're working on the tour. And so we're just going to take a quick little hiatus and then come back with season 2. So. Abiz says, I really love the Jam Mechanics theme. Cool. Yeah, that's a song, well, it's a chorus that I wrote called Artist for Amateurs. Many, many years ago, I wrote it around the same time as I wrote, like, Dear McCracken. It's a very, very old one that I just haven't found a place for. And so when we had recorded like 2 or 3 episodes of the podcast. We didn't have theme music yet, but we hadn't released anything. So we were just kind of, we had like 4 episodes recorded before we released the first one. And so I was like, I have this old chorus for a song called Artists for Amateurs. Do you want to make it our theme song? And we messed with it, and Matt did the production on it, which was really fun to not have to do the production parts of the song. I was like, this is great, because that's the part that I don't like. I love writing it. So Matt did all the production with kind of the beatboxing and the guitar, and then we had a really, really solid version of this, and I was like, what if we had Jesse come in and do like a bass breakdown for like the middle of the episode? And so we had Jesse Galloway, who's the bassist for Bug Hunter, come in and do that. And so it was super fun to collaborate on that. It's like the most like collaboration I've ever done on a song with like another like artist, kind of, because in Bug Hunter world, you know, I work with Kyle and Jesse, but at the end of the day, like, I'm kind of taking their pieces and plugging them into kind of like my larger vision. Whereas I was just like, hey, Matt, do whatever you want with this and just whatever you feels right with your style and your kind of what you imagine for it. And yeah, it was cool. Yeah. Why am I not a drawn bearded man? Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, hate to break it to you, but I am. Very real. Jams says, is both eyes stomach size and diameter a reference to a specific idiom or something? Yeah. There's that's one of my favorite lines in the chorus, and I know it's kind of hard to parse when you listen to it. But I also kind of like that about it too. I like that it is. There's something about it where I'm like, it's hard to kind of understand what we're saying, but if you look it up, it is parsable. You can read it and understand what it's saying. And yeah, there's a phrase called their eyes were bigger than their stomach, which is just kind of a phrase about thinking you can bite off more than you can chew. Basically setting unrealistic expectations for yourself. You kind of use it in the sense of like, I ate too much, my eyes were bigger than my stomach, the food that I saw, I ate too much of it, and I now am too full. But you can kind of apply it to, I wanted all these things and I really couldn't handle it. So both eyes stomach sized in diameter, just referring to that, that idiom. So yeah, Paul's explained it. Paul knows about that. Paul makes cupcakes. So. That Vix Kid said I should have a Fortnite concert. I don't even know what that means. I heard that Emperor Palpatine had a Fortnite concert once, but that's all I know about it. I don't know if that's a real thing that people do, but if I had one, it would probably be very small. I've played Fortnite before, but I'm not very good at it. I prefer Fall Guys. That's kind of more my speed of what I want to be good at. Cool. Thanks everybody for your questions. I'm gonna play one more song, and then I am gonna go run and do some other things because I have a lot to do today. I'm prepping for our Jam Mechanics recording on Tuesday. So, what do y'all want to hear? I've played the 2 songs that are up for Fall Guys concert. I have wanted to do like an all Bug Hunter fan Fall Guys like lobby where we just get like whatever 60 Bug Hunter fans and me and Kyle, and we would probably get Deep Blue Ink, probably get Jesse, probably get Matt. We've played before, and just play Fall Guys and see if you can beat the Bug Hunter team. So someone wants me to play Kick and Spin. Yeah, I don't have the rights to that anymore. I sold them to NBC for the theme song for that show. That very, very popular, famous show, Kick and Spin, if you guys have never heard of it. Update, Go With The Flow is now winning by 3 points on Instagram. So, long way to go. I think it's going to go back and forth all day. Jams is just spamming It's Alright. Mars asking for It's Alright doesn't count because I feel like it's still Jams asking for It's Alright. Dad wants Shimmy to the Left. I don't even remember the chorus of that one. I wouldn't be able to do it. See Sweet Nothing. Dear McCracken, I never heard of it. Coin asks for It's Alright. Making Up Words. Shocking Plot Twist. I think I played that on Sunday, so I probably won't play that one now. Oh, Mars was going to ask before Jams did. Okay, well, if both mods are asking for it, then I can try and remember how to play it. This is the Biggest Loser from the pre-bracket, meaning that It's Alright might, in terms of March Madness, be the least ranked Bug Hunter song out of all 44. So this is, I present my worst song, apparently. Yeah, clearly. My dad, he sought to teach me all the rules of mathematics. I absorbed all of his lessons. Now I sometimes wish I hadn't, cause now I know to add and put 2 and 2 together. I'm curious if ignorance would not suit me better, cause I set sail for Washington. The hardest part of moving is the tourist traps that snare ya, and I got the shirt to prove it. I want a hotter body and a cooler sense of style. Want to corner every market in the country by the time I turn 25, the time I learn to drive. Oh, I'm behind the curve, cause I'm not famous himself. I am not a monster though, I just wanna park my Mazda close to home as possible. I always push the people further, asking for a bit more. Lately all these comments make me careful what I fish for. You told me I'm intractable, I only nod my head. Then I had to suck it up and finally Google what it meant. It's alright, I have a thought, it's alright. I write a song, it's alright. You sing along, it's alright. It rock bottom, I'm still better than I've been in my life. I waste my time, I'm alright. I lose my keys, I'm alright. I pet a dog, I'm alright. I got talent and my mama told me that I'm alright. Pick a poem, any poem, just don't let me see it. I scratch clever lines down on my bus ride discreetly. The bumps shake my hand like it's so nice to meet me. Now I can't read my notes, but they're not worth repeating. I've been looking for a pattern in the data that I gathered. Turns out all you want's a chorus, it's the only part that matters. Alright, I have a thought, it's alright. I write a song, it's alright. You sing along, it's alright. At rock bottom, I'm still better than I've been in my life. And rock bottom is where that song is on the March Madness bracket. So, what can you do? You know what? If It's Alright is my worst song, I've done alright. But no, actually, I'm proud of that one. That's a good one. It's better than Echoes. Don't know how that happened, but Bug just thinks all his Storm Between a Couple songs except Bus Girl have no fans except jams. That's not true. Making Up Words is, what did I call it? Teabag Teabag Jesus. Yeah, Making Up Words will be the savior of Torn Between a Couple in the bracket. It might make it to round 2. So, yeah. No, people love Making Up Words. That's definitely a more popular song than The Key to Being Lonely. I didn't used to think it was, but then I started playing larger shows and realized very quickly that Making Up Words is holds its own. It's in most set lists that I do. So, thanks everybody. Starro Pickman says, how that one was so good. I don't know how it was so good. It just was. I love the lyrics in that song. I think they're great. Time says, had to suck it up and finally Google what it meant is my senior quote. Cool. I love that. People are literally going to have to Google your senior quote in order to understand what it's from. So that's meta in a very cool way. It's great. Cool. I'm probably going to take off. I have a lot to do today. So does a lot to do today involve also me wanting to have like a couple hours to play Earthborn Rangers? Yeah, but I gotta get my work done first before I do that. So it's all that might be the reason that I want to leave a little early, but what can you do? So thanks everybody. Keep an eye out. We're like, as soon as we know about the tour dates, we're gonna tell everybody. Like I said, Denver, Seattle, DC, Boston, all confirmed. Madison, Wisconsin, confirmed. Got a few more very close: San Francisco, Portland, Rochester, Oklahoma City. Those are all like right there on like the cusp of it. Just like we're like one email away from just being like thumbs up. So like we're pretty much good on those. So keep an eye out for those. Jam Mechanics, we got one more episode coming out this season. It won't be a normal one, but I think it'll still be worth your time. We're gonna recap things and have some fun discussions and talk about, plans moving forward. So get in our Discord. We had postcards of the day. If you don't know, we're also doing half off postcards for the songs that are being like voted on today. So if you want a handwritten lyric postcard that is signed by me, they're only $5 today if you go get them. There's one for Go With The Flow. There's one for Not Like That. So you can go and grab those on our website as well. They're underneath like the March Madness voting tab. So do that. We also have the postcard of the day, which it sold like 3 minutes after it was posted today. So if you want one of the cheaper postcards for $5, you can go get those on our site, and it's only today. So if you want one of those, the winner will show up again in March, but the loser, this will be your last chance to grab it. So Mars, snag it before someone else does. Oh, too late for that, but maybe tomorrow. Check back at 10 a.m. Other than that, all of you goobers, go to bed.